Shay family, this is your guy, man. I'm on Rose, always trying to bring you guys the truth, man. Also, aka Edwin Rose, aka the Las Vegas and the Conscious Cowboy. Hey, man, I thought I did this video like a year ago. This video is 2 years old. It was a rabbit hole video. And once again, man, forgive the background noise. It's the weekend, everybody getting their lawns and stuff getting taken care of. So you hear the weed eater and stuff like that in the background. So please excuse the noise. But I was seeing a lot of people question, why do felons come home and do better than the working brother? And this is kind of a spinoff of that. And like I've told you guys, man, everything is connected. I definitely would like for you guys to go back and rewatch that video first if you can. It's a rabbit hole video. It says, why are felons coming home doing better than a regular hard-working brother? And I go into detail about that. And I've been seeing more and more of that narrative lately. You know, everybody that's got a podcast is an ex-felon. Everybody that's online that's talking about what we should be doing is a fucking ex-felon. And I'm not in these videos, like I told you guys, I'm not trying to disrespect anybody, but watching these videos, I feel as though the brothers that have not been to jail, what you guys would call a lame, what you guys would call a goofy, what you guys would call just a regular Joe, I take offense to that shit. It's like, you guys have done 20, 30 years. And I understand, listen, man, I understand the struggle once you get in prison. I think we've seen enough fucking movies, we've read enough books to understand you gotta watch your back, you gotta click up, you gotta protect yourself. If you get exposed, you get exposed. If your manhood get tooken, your manhood get tooken. And you gotta do things in a survival mode to even make it out alive, or you become prey. So we get it. But without that, 20 years in prison, or any amount of time, you get 3 free meals. You don't have to worry about working. You don't have to worry about taking care of your children. You don't have to worry about paying your car note. You don't have to worry about paying your cell phone bill. You don't have to worry about transportation back and forth to work. You don't have to worry about rent. You don't have to worry about none of this shit. So I take it a little personal when I hear somebody say, hey man, go do 20 years. Without the negative shit in prison, how about you motherfuckers do 20 years on the street, out here in the so-called free world? How about you do, instead of being a complete slave, how about you come out here and have to go to work and grind and do things like that to keep a house over your head, to keep food in your belly, to provide for your children? And I think it's very, 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 very disrespectful for motherfuckers to put going to prison here when you get everything for fucking free. You don't have to do nothing. You don't have to get up and go to work. You don't have to get up and be part of the child line. It ain't like in the 1950s where your ass was out there swinging a hammer sun up to sundown. You ain't doing that shit no more. Your ass is a commodity. They don't give a fuck what you do. If you want to be a good dude, go be a good dude, and they make a little bit more money off of you. If you want to join up for the road cleaning programs, you go ahead and do that. They get a little bit more money for that. For those institutions that make license plates, that make certain things like that, you have to be a extraordinarily good prisoner for you to get those jobs. Okay, the shit that we hear about, the shit that they talk about, you don't hear that from them cats. Them cats was still trying to run dope, still trying to fuck the guards, still trying to fuck other men, And if you listen to them, if you really listen to them, they dabbled in all that shit. And they're, to me, and I'm gonna say this based off of what I hear, based off of my research, based off of what I see and what they do in prison. Nigga, y'all got it good. Y'all got it easy. Y'all just got some fucked up motherfuckers in there that's trying to take advantage of people. And it don't stop there. I ain't trying to knock that shit. Let's just look at the good part of it. Let's just not look at the rape and stuff in prison. Right? Other than that, outside of that, you got it good. You don't have to lift a finger to do shit. And to me, in my eyes, been working since I was 18, you can't compare to me, bro. You can't fucking tell me or lead with a narrative that motherfuckers need to go to prison. You can't lead with that narrative with me. You can't say some motherfuckers need to go to prison. You can't say that to me. If you are a person that deserve to go to prison, you don't deserve to come out and get wealthy. I would look at the hard-working brother and say, hey, you've never been to prison? Hey, man, we got an opportunity for you to talk about this podcast. We want to create a podcast with you. But y'all don't see that this society bases all of that on the prison system. All of the things that you can think of, they base it on the prison system. That's why these motherfuckers get opportunities and we don't. Because first thing first, they know they can pay for them. They know that I can wave enough money in front of this dude's face and he'll suck a dick. They know this. They know this. Anybody that's been to prison and you see them on TV and you see them doing good, they have a price. They will suck a dick. They will suck a dick for enjoyment, and they will suck a dick for comfort. They don't understand getting out here and grinding. They don't understand getting out here and standing up on your own 2 feet. They don't understand getting out here and hustling from sun up to sundown. They don't understand that. What they understand is, let me violate you, or I'm gonna make you violate me or do things to me that I want you to do. If not, I'm gonna violate you. So I don't understand the fucking narrative. I really don't get it. Maybe because y'all don't hear enough brothers that's never. Hold on now, man. I got arrested and I spent Friday, Saturday, Sunday in jail. Not the big house, not penitentiary. Yeah. And listen to me. And I'm not trying to, once again, man, I ain't trying to glorify it. I ain't trying to. I've talked about this before on all the videos. If you guys have followed me, I did talk about getting arrested and being detained. And the moment I walked in, I was a different dude. Because I had already, once again, I had already read about everything. I had already seen shit. I didn't want nobody talking to me. I don't want you trying to offer me shit. I didn't want you doing nothing to me. I didn't want you saying shit to me. And the first person that tried to say something to me, I just fucking stared at him. And he was like, oh, it's like that, and walked off. 3 days, locked up in a fucking cell with 6 motherfuckers. It wasn't 2 people. It was 6 motherfuckers. It was 2 in the bunks. Well, 1 in the bunk, one in the top bunk, 1 in the bottom bunk. They had like a little wall that had like a little sitting area. They had a motherfucker right there. They had 2 other motherfuckers on the wall, and they gave me a spot beside the fucking toilet in the sink. That's how crowded this shit is downtown. Well, it was. I don't know. That was fucking. Ooh, man. What year was that? It had to be like the beginning of 2000. So that was my experience. And once again, I don't understand how motherfuckers glorify being in that situation for 20 years. Because I'm gonna tell y'all this, the 3 days I was in there, I didn't shit, I didn't piss, I didn't eat. I was just, and everybody was kind of like gravitating towards me. So I know I would probably have an X on my head if I ever do go to prison, because I'm gonna push people away, and that don't do nothing but make motherfuckers want to be around you. So that's my small experience being locked up, and I don't consider it being locked up. I don't, and I got paperwork on me right now. All charges was dropped. The bitch lied and said I did this and said I did that, and I didn't do none of that shit. So I got paperwork showing that all charges was dropped. So that's not a place that I need to be. That's not a place that I want to be. I don't think that's a place that our children should thrive to be. Once again, you hear me talk about separation all the time. This system is built on us going to prison. Prison is a commodity. Prison is a thriving industry. They make millions of dollars off your ass. Once again, comparing working hard and going to prison, because people go to prison at a young age, man. People go to prison at a young age, and you got to listen to these people's ideology about work, ideology about trying to grind for your family. They don't have one. They have a give me money hustlers mentality. They don't want to work, which is cool. If you don't want to work and you're trying to create a business and you're trying to create something, that's cool with me. I think a lot of us should look at entrepreneurship. I think a lot of us should look at creating businesses. I think we all should be looking at that way. At least if you do have a good 9-to-5, make investments. Get into real estate. Get into something that's going to pay you down the road when you get into your 50s, like myself. And I said this on another video. Don't sit up here and be like, oh man, I got to buy these toys. I want this Impala. I want this and I want that. No, man, those are money pits. I'm telling you, them old school cars. Listen to me, young men. Them old school cars are fucking money pits. Every time I took that Impala to the shop, it was $4,000. Every time. So shit, I didn't put about 20,000 into the motherfucker, and I still wasn't where I wanted it to be. So the last time that motherfucking hose blew, I was like, fuck it, get rid of it. I don't even want to see it no more. I'm done with this motherfucker. But yeah, man, we gotta start looking at things and doing things differently, family. And I challenge anybody that be like, prison is good for some people and prison is this. The only way prison is good for you if you're gonna sell out. See, y'all call the regular dude a goofy or a square. We're not a gangsters. We don't have any ties like that. But I'll say this to all you guys. To me, being in that situation is goofy as fuck to me. And then to have the audacity to try to stand on a code. You guys try to make, hold on. You guys have created codes that you don't stand on, but you want everybody else around you to stand on. And see, that's the fucked up part about this. The fucked up part about this is people look at people that's been to prison, that lifestyle, gangster, thug, killer, they look at that and they uplift it. So whatever that person says, they gravitate towards it. What you saying? They're glorifying the things that we should not be glorifying. How you glorifying a fucking prisoner? How you glorifying a motherfucker that went to jail for 20 years? Huh? How you glorifying a motherfucker that haven't paid rent in 20 years? That never had a job for 20 years? That never took care of his kids in the last 20 years? Didn't have the means to. But y'all are glorify these motherfuckers. See, when I see shit, it's from a different perspective. How do you glorify these motherfuckers? How do you keep saying that this is the right thing to do? And like I said, go watch the rabbit hole video, man. Go watch the rabbit hole video. I was going to play it a little bit, but no. I can't stand to keep seeing females, men, gravitate towards these motherfuckers that did 20 years. Go talk to your pops. Go talk to your uncles. Put them niggas on a pedestal that's been out here grinding for the last 20 years. That's been out here paying a car note. That's been out here paying rent. I've been at the same spot for over 20 years. I've been at this location for over 20 years. I paid bills at this motherfucker for 20 years, and you gonna give a motherfucker that sat in a cot and got free meals for 20 years? That's the motherfucker you wanna listen to? You wanna listen to the motherfucker that had candy left on his bed because motherfuckers was playing with him? You wanna listen to motherfuckers that actually preyed on men while they was in prison? That's the shit y'all wanna listen to? You actually wanna listen to motherfuckers that did the crime and then turned on his boys that's supposed to have this G code of not snitching? Show me one. Show me one of y'all favorite motherfuckers, even if they done 20 years. Show me one of them that didn't snitch. Show me one of them that's standing on business. See, y'all got the shit fucked up, people. Y'all got the shit fucked up. Instead of supporting the right people, you're supporting the people. You're supporting the actual savages of our community, the actual exploitators of our community. You're glorifying that shit. You're celebrating these motherfuckers, and y'all backwards. Y'all backwards for doing that shit. It's sad that you can see. It's sad. It ain't. Oh man, good for them. It ain't good for them. No, it's not. It's not. And here's the thing. Like I'm trying to tell everybody, this is the system that we live in. Because you can put me. Never been to prison. Don't have a bad background and never done nothing wrong to anybody. Never fucked over nobody. You can put me beside Gilly or his cousin Wallow, and you can say, okay, Bailey's Hat Company. Which one of these guys you want to represent Bailey's Hat Company? They're gonna pick the thug because they know they can exploit him. They know they can take advantage of him. They know he gonna shuck and jive for them. They know this. They know it. That's why they do this, family. That's the system. And they'll promote it, and you guys are actually supported and not even paying attention to what and who you supporting. You motherfuckers gave Felicia Johnson a platform. Oh yeah, it was funny when it was on Boondocks. It was funny as fuck. But wait a minute, y'all gave a real motherfucker a platform to make money. Yeah, man. Sometimes, I've said this 1,000 times. Sometimes I think we as a people, we done, man. I think it's a wrap for us because we don't have morals. We don't have standards. And like I said, everything that we look at, we view it and gravitate towards the wrong end of it. We do. Good dude in the street, working, grinding. What most of these women call them? Lame. They call them boring. They call them predictable. Nigga been to jail for 20 years. Oh, he's exciting. Oh, what's wrong? What's his story? Oh my goodness. Oh, girl. Y'all don't know all the men this man done raped. Y'all don't know all the men this man done killed in prison. Y'all don't know all the men that he not only raped but probably was making love to on a daily and weekly basis. Just as history to get to prison, and you want that. You want to lift this up. Why? Why? Because it's exciting? Ooh. He's a felon. He's a criminal. Oh. What are we doing? See, that's what I'm saying, family. I don't understand what's going on with our people, man. What are we doing? But anyway, I'm gonna wrap this one up, man, because I didn't want to get, there's very few things now that get me emotional, man. Get me riled up. And just listening to motherfuckers talk about motherfuckers doing 10, 15, 27, 8, 9, 10 years. Motherfucker, could you have made it in the free world? Motherfucker, could you have made it in the free? Could you have hustled for the last 20 years? Could you have maintained a job for the last 20 years? It's almost like you guys are sacrificing your freedom for some money. Like, hey man, if I go to jail for the next 20 years and when I get out, shit, I can start my own podcast, or I can get on Facebook and talk shit about people, and these people will pay me. That's sad, family. That's sad. Sometimes we gotta look at shit and be like, that's not the right way to do things. Let's back off from this. Let's not indulge in this shit. Because see, sometimes I was gonna do some research on. Hold on. Let me make sure I'm saying this dude's name right. Let me shit, I ain't got my Facebook page up. Because I never heard of the dude before this. I was going to do not do a video on him, but I was gonna do some research to figure out who this cat was. But before I even could do the research, people was already showing some of his what's his name? Hold on, y'all. Charlie Kirk. I was gonna do some research on him and just see his points of views, because I've told you guys, when you really sit down and talk to people, I say, my point of view could be like an old racist white man. I've said it in private to people. I'll say this to you guys. So I don't mind people being racist. Cool. I know not to fuck with you. I am happy as a motherfucker to see certain people say, hey man, I don't like niggas, I don't like this. That's good. Thank you. Because guess what? I won't spend my money with you. I won't fuck with you. But it just seems like that you guys will suck that person's dirty dick. And I'm not saying that, like I said, let me get to the point. I was going to look him up until I saw all the negative shit that he had said about black people. So now, my standpoint is, no, I'm not going to do the video about this man. No, I'm not going to look this man up anymore, because I have no interest in at all to look him up anymore. That's what we have to do as a people. When we see something that's fucked up, we have to leave it alone. We have to leave it alone. These people, we had nothing to do with this situation. These people are threatening HBCUs. What should come out of this situation, once again, and we won't see it, some type of unification, some type of situation where you young thugs are trying to come together. Why we don't have a line of black people at every HBCU right now, or at least the 3 that got threats? Why we don't have a group of black people standing outside of them right now? Why? Y'all scared because it didn't come from a nigga? It didn't come from a nigga? A nigga didn't threaten it, so y'all good with that. Anybody threaten us, y'all good with anybody threatening us. Unless I say, fuck you, and fuck it. Now, I got 20 motherfuckers looking for me. Because I got 20 black people looking for me. But motherfuckers that actually threaten us, we don't make a stance. We don't create an alliance with each other. We don't say, hey brother, peace right now. Give it a few weeks. Let's meet up on the corner. Let's stand around. If you legally can carry, legally carry. If you can conceal legally. If you can do these things legally, do them legally. If there's an open carry law in your state, open carry legally, and protect the people that need to be protected. The black people, protect black people. We have nothing to do with the situation, and we are getting threats. We have nothing to do with gang culture, and gang culture runs the community. They exploit the community. They exploit any rapper or entertainer in the neighborhood and don't have some type of big function there. They'll exploit that too. And we've allowed, as the black community, we've allowed it. Because we scared. Because anything to do with black on black, it seems like we're the biggest coons out there that promote black on black. We'll sit here and watch the most negative black person get a whole bunch of love and still support them. Yeah, y'all don't know how many people I blocked because they still support R. Kelly. See, walk away. What's wrong with walking away? What's wrong with walking away? Black people, what's wrong with walking away? I can show you lie after lie after lie after lie in the Bible, and people still gravitate towards that book. Why? What's wrong with walking away? Dr. Malik York, I can show you court cases, or the court case where he has over 200 children fathered by this man, DNA wise. And I'll still, once a month, I'll still see somebody promote or post this motherfucker. Same thing with Young Pharaoh. Same thing with Brother Polite. Yes, but they got great minds. They were great-minded people, but they are pieces of shit. They are rats. They are rats. We have to stop uplifting rats, and we have to start looking at people in the community that's doing well and lift them brothers up, man. That's enough, man. Like I said, I'm done. But you guys have a great weekend, man. I hope to spark somebody, man, and we start doing right by us. Hotel.